Clap. Oh, here we go. Hey, good to see you. Well, let me know if let me know if you heard anything different there on this journey that I've been. I've had faith in that saw, and I figured it took a while, but we figured it out. It took us a while. Anyways, I'm just tying my boots up, and I'm heading out to go see my Huskies. Haven't you? I've given a lot of energy to this saw in the past couple of years. But if that intro there didn't explain something to you, then maybe power saws aren't for you. Seriously, maybe they're not for you. If you can't hear the difference, the power saws might not be for you. The internet calls it four-stroking, so that's what I call it. Because we all need a universal language to go by. I call it blamp. That's what I call it. And I can't have blamp. So this is what I've been chasing on this power saw. And I love yous. Thanks for being here. Leave a comment. This journey's pretty much done now, friends. With the searching and fixing, trying to find the saws. But I don't think I think the combination of everything that's gone on with the ripsaw porting and the muffler and that has been a huge part. But I believe Still's done something. They're watching. Everybody's watching. And you will be judged. Oh, you will be. So, welcome. Howdly doodly. How are yous? I hope you're well. I have, I think, almost come to a completion, a full circle now. Excuse me. Of my understanding of this power saw. Let's be honest, friends. Stihl made a fire-breathing dragon. They did. And everybody thought it was the most incredible thing that since toast. Even I did when I first picked it up, and I did a video with Donnie Walker and my boy Hogan and the Ian Shaw. Remember, it's got like 1 million views. You guys remember the journey. We're not going to rehash this up. Stihl did an incredible job. But there were downfalls. There were shortcomings in the saw. But not everybody would find that shortcoming unless they were cutting small wood and processing wood. We've been through it. I'm not going to hammer it up again. Please tell me that you didn't hear and see the difference between the two power saws that I originally had and this one I have now. It's over. It's over. It took a long time for me to understand, and I want to thank Ripsaw for giving me the opportunity to show that by working with my craziness. People thought I was nuts. Friends, they did. They thought I was nuts. Everybody loved the 500i, and I was telling it like it is, and they wouldn't, folks wouldn't accept it. They didn't hear it. Friends, there's still full-on qualified sawmen running around with that 500i with it making that same noise, that blap, the flap, and they think that's just cool. That's fine. That doesn't bother them. Not me. Can't take it. Can't handle it. But I believed in the saw, and I understood there must be some kind of way to figure this out. And if you want to know my honest opinion on it, I think it's a combination of Ripsaw's work, the muffler, obviously, but that's not it. I believe Stihl has now over the, they've made it better. They've made it better. Is there a chance I got a dud? Well, it's an assembly line, friends. So, but we tidied my saw up while we were there. It's all on a couple videos back. The 500 is a wonderful saw, but I get people asking me steady because they see me running it now. Well, this is just all research, friends. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna really compare a 79cc saw to a 70cc saw. It doesn't really make sense. People have both. My opinion to you is have both. I get it steady. I get it on Instagram. I get it on YouTube. Buckin, what do you prefer the 500 or the 572? Both. That's why I have both. They both do things great. They do. There's stuff that the 500 does better, and there's stuff that the 572 does better. But now that we've got this 500 that's coming back to me probably in a couple of weeks or a month or whenever it gets here, back from Ripsaw, it'll be now part of my arsenal that I will use when I feel fit. I've always said, I'm a Husky man at heart, but if that was an Echo, if it was a Shindawa and it operated like that, I would be yelling and screaming at the top of the mountaintops about Shindawa or Echo, just like I do with the freaking little topping saw. I've always ran still topping saws. So this Ford, Chevy, Stihl Husky thing is really boring. It's really boring to me. This is going to be a very short video. I'm going to go right now. I will touch base. This is a rambling video or a chatting video. No cutting, no trees cutting down today. No. So if you want to go now, hit the road. Just to let you know, just helping you out. I lost a good friend about a month ago. Trevor Truck McLeod. I met him in grade 8, and I played music with him. I played sports with him. I drank with him. I drugged with him. And I was his best man at his wedding. And they found him in a car a month ago, dead. Overdosed. He'd been struggling with addiction for years. Well, put it this way, I've been clean for 27 years, coming up 28 years. And he's been going ever since that. 27 years of using hard drugs, alcohol, mainly drugs. So he was the guy in grade 8 that he was in the music program. I was not. I was in sports, but I had a natural drumming ability. And there was a band, and they called it Mr. B and the Blues Crew, and it was Mr. Butterfield, I think his name was, or it'll come to me, but I think it was Butterfield. It was Mr. Butterfield, and he was a strange fellow, but he was a great musician and a good music teacher. And Trevor asked me, Buckin, you should come in the band room and we'll do Wipeout together. You know, the Wipeout. So that was the beginning of a musical relationship with Trevor, but I will keep this short. My mom, myself, David Gogo, who's quite a big deal around these parts, and a few others, we got this band together called Mr. B and the Blues Crew. And we did like the Blues Brothers songs, horn section, congas. And I was in that band with Trevor. And he's gone. And I guess they're having an affair for him coming up, I think next Saturday. But my mom and I are going to do some music at this event. It's coming up, I think, in 2 weeks. So today, it's Saturday today. I'm going over at 4 o'clock, and I'm going to get behind the tubs. And my mom has been asked, and I've been asked to play a bit of music at his funeral, I guess, or his service, his celebration of of his life. So, friends, there's a lot more to my life than power saws. And to be honest with you, I don't get a lot of the stuff that goes on YouTube. I don't. I'll be very honest. I don't understand a lot of it. I just understand you who come here, and I will guarantee you right now, if I ask the question right now in this video, and if I asked you to put down in the comments, is it because of the power saws you come here or something else? And if we did the math on that, you might be surprised, but I'm not. I'm not going to use, I don't need you people to go, hey, that Buck and Billy Ray sure means a mean power saw. I did that to feed my family. So I'm sidetracking, and I don't want to, but I need folks to know that there's more to this channel than a power saw. And I love that people came up to me. Friends, I'm going to share this. A gentleman came up to me, I forget his name. Now this is heavy stuff. This is heavy, super heavy. Vulnerability, love, connection. Way beyond, transcends, way past any power saw or tree cutting. He came up to me, and he was with his wife, and his wife was standing off, and I was at that little stand, I was shaking people's hands and meeting people. Are you lifting weights? And listening to people. And he was shaking. He was shaking, and he had water in his eyes, and I got water in my eyes. And he said to me, just thank you. Thank you. He says, I never knew how the impact it would have on him to be able to file his own power saws. You know what I mean? And see results and learn something and get better at it. Because we all know running power saw can be frustrating in the beginning. When you get that new chain out of the box and you put it on your power saw and you go out and you start cutting and you're like, this is great. And then you hit a rock. And you hit a rock and the game changes real fast. Now you're at the mercy of getting that chain sharp again. So he found my channel through my filing videos. But regardless, this man had water in his eyes, and he was thanking me for the gift of being able to file his freaking power saw. This is how much it meant to this guy. He literally was shaking and had water in his eyes. He was crying. This man was crying. And brother, if you're watching this video right now, which I think you are, dude, you have no idea what that does to me. This is what YouTube is about for me. To come and to actually shake your hand and to look into your face, and children's faces who watch me on their papa's knees and turn on Buck and Billy Ray in your freaking living room. I've talked about this before, friends. And I will guarantee you one more thing right now at this point. You will see real here. You will see a man evolving, and you will see a man sharing his life, and it will be real. There will be no drama here. You will never see me down anyone. You will never see me stomp on anybody here. You will see me raise people up. That's it. So, power saws or not, cutting trees is how I keep my peace. Running power saw and doing firewood is how I keep my peace, my physical, mental, and spiritual peace. Trust me, when I'm 85, God willing, if I can still do it, I'll be out in that wood pile mustering around, probably tripping and falling over my firewood. So I can't thank people enough that made the journey to come and shake my hand. People don't really care about the power saws that much, friends. They don't. You may, you may, you may. And the power saws for me are a vehicle to reach you, to invite you into my sandbox, and to accept you for who you are. And maybe we can make a difference in the world. Maybe we can somehow, by example and by example only, because there's a lot of flapping these days in the world. So when I come to these events, I'm there for one reason and one reason only. And that's to see the people that came to see me, that traveled across the country or drove 8 hours or 12 hours or 2 hours or 45 minutes. That's why I'm at these events, is connection. So you know who you are. You do know who you are. That's it for today. I'm in an interesting mood because I'm going to practice these 3 songs. I believe we're doing Stray Dog, which I don't know if you folks have heard yet. I'm drumming. My mom's obviously singing her original music, and Wayne, my old buddy, my old bass player buddy who did the Woodman with me. This is a big part of my life. And I'll tell you right now. You guys have seen me jump on stage with freaking Clay Walker. You've seen it happen, friends. Just know, I've been saying it for a year, friends, or if not more. Just keep your eye on what's going on here, and remember why you came here. You're going to see some very interesting things happening going forward. I don't need you to be here, but if you're here and you're interested in watching a man's journey who's decided to share his life on stage, on YouTube, you're in the right place, because that's what I am. A 54-year-old man who's gotten everything from one decision: getting sober. Soon as I put the booze and drugs down and took responsibility for my own life and my own plot, my own garden patch, and started to live and let live, and realized that I had done some things I wasn't that proud of, but I had instant forgiveness. Instantly. I didn't have to quirvel or quavel or beg or be down in front of anyone or any source or nothing. I just had to sincerely want to change and sincerely say, I'm sorry. I did those things and I'm sorry. And it's not who I am today. It's not who I am today. And I want to do better things. And that was 27 years ago. So this is what's happened in this 27 years to this point, right here, right now. This is where I am from 3 things: working hard, being honest, and being kind. That's it. I'm evolving. So thank you for all the true blues that have been here and watched the change and watched the evolution. To the new people, thank you for being here. So that's today's video. We'll catch you on the next one. Work hard, be honest, and be kind. And do it for a long time. Maybe we can get together. Maybe we can start helping build strong men, women, and children again as a species, actually. The world's nuts, man, right now. It's nuts, isn't it? Get back to the basics. Love, not fear. Thanks for watching.